We have an attack happening on Bitcoin. It's it's ridiculous. They've waited for their timing. I'm going to read you the latest news articles. I'm going to go down the list right now. Howard Mark says Bitcoin isn't real. This article from Market Watch. He says Bitcoin isn't real. What in the heck does he think it is if it's not real? Of course it's real. Howard Mark says Bitcoin isn't real. And we can all blame the millennials for its rise. Okay? Another article from Cointelegraph. Billionaire investor warns Bitcoin is a pyramid scheme. Another from the Express in the United Kingdom says, cryptocurrency is a scam. It's a pyramid scheme, says top investor. Another one. Now, all these articles have just come out today. Bitcoin's relationship. They're calling it the mark of the beast. They're calling Bitcoin. Another one from the Express in UK. It says Bitcoin's live news. Prices top as investor warns. Cryptocurrency is an unfounded fad. A fad. Now another one from Bitcoin News. North Korea commences large-scale Bitcoin mining operation. In other words, the North Koreans are the Bitcoin, like they're trying to transfer the ideology that this is all a North Korean scam or something. Now another one from The Guardian. Criminal mastermind of $4 billion Bitcoin laundering scheme. Now another one. See, they're all negative. Can you see the trend? It's all negative. Bitcoin price analysis. Expect volatility. Here's another one from CNBC. Here's why some Americans are risking their life savings on Bitcoin. Another one from Market Watch. Things may get ugly very soon if this chart overlay is right. Another one from Cointelegraph. Bitcoin should be regulated, Bank of America official said. Now, the biggest one of all from the Wall Street Journal. U.S. targets Bitcoin exchange, alleging it facilitates crime. Well, let's go there. U.S. targets Bitcoin exchange, alleging that it facilitates crime. Alleging is the big word here. FinCEN levies a record $110 million fine against BTCE. Well, you know, about 3 days ago, I watched BTCE go off the air, and I said to myself, what's up? What's up? And there's no news yet on what's up. Now I know what's up. FinCEN has levied a record $110 million fine against them. And they've arrested Alexander Vinnick, who U.S. officials say is the owner. There you go. U.S. law enforcement authorities took aim at one of the world's largest digital currency exchanges in what they call an anti-money laundering operation. Well, the thing is this whole big anti-money laundering thing, this is what they're using to get rid of currency in general. They want to get rid of all money, all real money, and all they want to have is digital money within the system. Now, I'm going to explain something to you. These people that we've put in charge of our entire system, they think that they're doing the right thing. They really do. They believe that they're doing the correct thing. in what they're doing by stopping money laundering and so on and so forth, right? And stopping what they see as Ponzi schemes and so on. But what they don't realize is a number of things. First off, that this is a new innovation in money itself. This is digital money. This is a new technology, much like the light bulb took over from the old lamps because it was better, faster, it gave more light, the light bulb did. In this case, this new technology, in the end, it will win out because it's better. It works better, functions better, so it will win. Now, they can try to suppress it, and this is going to cause a problem. And why I say it's going to cause a problem, they don't realize right now, we're actually in a war. We're already in World War III. They don't realize it, and it's a financial war. China, I've tried to explain this before, and I've said it before, they don't love us. They're not our friends, really. They want to be our owners. It's the East versus the West, and they intend to win. And these people that we've put in charge of our Western financial system don't know it, but they're actually playing into the hands of the Chinese. They couldn't play into the hands of the Chinese any better if they were red communists themselves. If they were Chinese government officials working within the United States system to try to destroy America, they couldn't do a better job. They couldn't do a better job. What they've done is they've rehypothecated our gold and silver and sent it to the Chinese. And the Chinese have just gobbled it up. Oh, they love getting it. They love it. We're shipping it over to them in vast quantities. And what we've done is we've taken our vaults down to where now mostly all we got in there is cobwebs in our vaults here in the West. That's our wealth that they're shipping to China. But now it doesn't end there. That's not good enough for them. Now they're going to attack the cryptocurrencies. And where do you think the cryptocurrencies are all going to go? They're all going to head to China. So in the end, if they keep working at what they're working at, our government officials, in the end, all of the wealth, the real wealth, is going to be over in China. And all we're going to have left over here is dollars. Lots and lots and lots of dollars. As the dollar slides into oblivion, and nobody wants it. We're going to have oceans of dollars. Now, what these guys are doing this for, their incentive for doing all these things, these government officials over here in our country, is the dollars. This is their incentive. They want to make dollars. They don't want to make Bitcoin. They don't want to make gold and silver. None of them, most of them, the government officials who are pressing these laws into place and everything, they don't want to make, they don't buy gold and silver for themselves. Or if they do buy it, they only buy minuscule quantity. Mostly they don't. They want dollars. They want dollars in their bank account. And most of them, a lot of them make a pretty cushy little salary, and a pretty good little bit of money. And they've got a nice fat little bank account for themselves, and they feel very secure. But what they don't realize is we're in a war. East versus West. And the East intends to win. And the East, and at a certain point, when they're not going to get the gold shipments anymore over there, it doesn't pay them anymore, and they're not taking gold from West to East anymore. And when we're not giving them enough anymore, they're going to pull the plug on us. And they're going to revalue gold at a certain point. This is the plan. They're going to revalue gold. And they're going to be able to set the price on it, not us, not our exchanges, because we're not going to have enough to set the price anymore of the physical. They're playing us. They're playing us. They're playing our officials, and our officials don't know that they're being played. And now they're going to want all the cryptocurrencies too. Because these cryptocurrencies are not a Ponzi scheme. They're very limited in supply, limited in quantity. And when the Chinese got them all, they got them all. And the price will go to the moon on them too. And what do you think's going to happen to the price of your dollars? So you got your nice fat little bank account, you know, and you've been working as a government official or whatever, and you got a lot of money put away, and you feel really safe and secure. You got your U.S. Treasury bonds put away for yourself. For your retirement, and you know you're going to have your retirement all planned for yourself and everything else. If you let the Chinese win, you're not going to have your retirement. You're not going to have it. The Chinese are going to take it right out from under you if you let them win. And they're going to leave you sitting on your ass. Because they don't care about you. So what you need to do is you need to start wisening up. Because the Chinese already got a big head start. A huge head start at this point. And if you play into their hands anymore, they are gonna win. They're gonna win without firing a bomb, without firing a weapon, without going to war. They're gonna win. This is all-out battle. And these people that are working within places like the Wall Street Journal are actually helping the Chinese. They're helping the Chinese. They're playing into their hands. Because the Chinese, they don't just want the gold and the silver. They want the Bitcoin. They want the Litecoin. They want, and if they're able to drive the price down on these things, they're going to suck it all up. And the people in the West are going to get scared, and they're going to dump theirs. Who's going to grab it? The firm hands that's going to grab it's the Chinese. But not just that, all the gold and silver too. And this is going to be all the new wealth in the world. Everything that's outside the dollar. They've got enough gold, they could back the renminbi with gold. They could back their own currency with gold. What are we going to have then? Because if they think the SDR is a salvation for us, when the dollar goes down, they're going to come up with the SDR, and it's just going to go down too, almost as fast as the dollar. And what are we going to be left with? The only thing we're going to be left with is a few people over here who are smart enough to put away a bit of precious metals for themselves. They're the only ones that are going to have anything. The government, the Canadian government, has gave away their last drop of gold. They don't even have 1 ounce. And I think the American government, all they got in their vaults left is a few containers of weaponry from World War II. They've taken the gold out and they've shoved in their old weapons from World War II in there, weapon systems and stuff. That's what I've heard through the grapevine. Of course, now don't count me on that, because I just heard it through the grapevine from different ones on the internet, you know, and I don't know for sure what they got in Fort Knox anymore. They might not even have that. I do know that they've been hauling it out like crazy and shipping it to the east. And so we can't see what they got down in there, and they won't allow an audit, and the reason why they won't allow an audit, but we have suspicions. We know that there's probably nothing left there, and the reason why, one of the reasons why, is the Germans wanted their gold back a little while ago, and America couldn't give it to them. You know, also these bars that they've been hauling out and heading and shipping over to the east are older bars. They're not your new smelted bars. They're digging into the back of the vaults. We might have a few tons left of gold here and there in the vaults, but the Chinese want that. Believe me, if we've got a few tons left, and I say if, because they've been reapothecating it to the east at a tremendous speed. If we got a few tons left in the vaults, the Chinese want that too. And it's probably true that we do have a few tons left in the vault, and that's why the Chinese are holding out, bringing the system down. I'll tell you, at this point, the Chinese are probably the ones who are really in control over everything at this point. They got such a lead on us, it's unbelievable, and we're going to give away what we got left and let them have it all. This is silly. We're in behind. If this was a foot race, the Chinese got a quarter mile ahead of us. And now what these guys want to do is they want to stop and have a drink and go to the bathroom. They're going to lose the race. Now what they need to do is they need to dig down deep and get that last little spurt of energy and run like hell to try to catch the Chinese who are in the lead. Otherwise, we're going to lose. We're going to lose the race. Listen, thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next article. Bye.